Welcome back on CellulareMagazine.it. Today we are with the designer of Nokia,
Dan Gratiot.
and the guys of the forum just wrote me some questions to ask, so I will just make these two questions. The first one was about the design of the phone. It was inspired by remote control of the 90s, and if it's not, where was the inspiration to come from?
Okay, it's a really nice question. I like that. But actually, it wasn't inspired by the remote controls. We find our inspiration from looking at what consumers want, and every product that we do, we start with this basic idea of observing and then designing. So in the case of this product, we looked not only at sort of where we're coming from the Express music products, evolving into this new series of X series products, so the X6 being the newest. And we also look at, so it's evolution of the Nokia language, design language, but then it's also looking at what are the current trends and what do youth want. In this case, this is a product that's targeted and more focused on a younger population who want to express themselves, and through the design, I think we're trying to express that kind of hopefulness, the edginess that we were seeing in the marketplace, as well as some of the characteristics of how they're expressing themselves through fashion. So the language is really coming out through that. And very specifically, I mean, we were thinking about metaphors of the internet. So in some ways, you can look at the product as a way of grabbing onto content, of grabbing onto media that's streaming through your hand, which is actually why we actually had this logic of in a way cutting the ends of the product off, that you're actually allowing information to flow through it. So that's actually the inspiration for how we came to the design.
La domanda era se per questo modello dell'X6 si fossero ispirati ai telecomandi degli anni 90 in particolare, e la risposta è non proprio, visto che si sono ispirati partendo dal linguaggio con cui avevano sviluppato gli altri Express Music di Nokia, e l'evoluzione, quindi la serie X, questo modello infatti è l'X6, è praticamente l'evoluzione di questo linguaggio dedicato a un target molto giovanile, che vede nel telefonino il modo di esprimersi, quindi di avere il proprio mondo di internet, ma anche la propria musica e tutte le funzionalità multimediali. Infatti l'impugnatura in particolare è come se il telefono venisse impugnato in questo modo e il flusso di internet dall'alto al basso fluisse attraverso il telefono, e questa fosse proprio la propria finestra, e quindi anche tagliata in maniera abbastanza decisa nella parte alta e nella parte bassa, per esprimere proprio questo concetto di taglio e questo concetto di fruizione dall'alto verso il basso dei contenuti, sempre attraverso il proprio modo di essere, ma anche il proprio modo di personalizzare, di esprimere, proprio come concetto di Express Music, il proprio mondo. The second question was if this phone is studied, but probably you already answered in the first one, just for young generation, or can be useful, fixed also in elder generation, like a target of more than 45 years person that are not very, let's say, technologically, but less interested in social networking on stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think first you have to think about Nokia's portfolio of products. So we have products that in a way are very designed and focused on different types of consumer needs. And when we say it's designed for youth, it actually is a bit more specifically young at heart. So that can really be any actual age. We may look more at the youth who are more integrated into the latest, greatest trends, but that may be totally relevant to someone in their 40s or 50s or 60s, and we see this all the time in the people who buy our products. So the heritage that Nokia has of ease of use, of familiarity of where controls and functions are, remains in each of our products. but we start to bring in new characteristics and new qualities, and in this case we've brought in a lot more music focus and a lot more social networking focus.
La seconda domanda invece, a cui è stato dato un minimo di risposta prima, era se questo telefono era per un target giovanile o per un target diverso. La risposta è sì. Quando noi intendiamo un target di giovani non è per età, ma è per modo di viversi la vita, se sono giovani dentro, se sono giovani nel cuore, e quindi sì, questo telefono è sviluppato per quelli giovani nel cuore, per quelli che vedono nella tecnologia un modo di poter interagire e un modo di poter fruire dei vari contenuti, che siano media, che siano altro, è sempre il poter dare una piattaforma il più ricca possibile per poi poter aggiungere il loro mondo. Can you show us a function that you really love, that you saw like the one that for you makes your day, makes something you happy?
Well, I think one of the things I really love, and I'll show you my phone here, is
don't grab his contact, eh?
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't try not to show you my phone numbers, but one of the things I really love is being able to see pictures of the people in my life and who I communicate with frequently. So these, and I've put in abstract pictures in a lot of cases here because these remind me of the people I work with or am close to, and it's a fun way of having instant access to the contacts. If I go into a contact, I then have the instant possibility of being able to go and call them, send a message, or see web feeds from them. Also being able to have instant access to my email on screen here, so I can instantly just tap there and go to my email. So I see how many I have. I can even have it streaming, that I see what the latest headlines are, the latest topics are. And that's fantastic.
La funzione che preferisce è quella di avere i contatti tutti attraverso degli shortcut che, come potete vedere, scorrono molto fluidamente. Ci sono alcune immagini astratte, lui ha preferito ricordarli così, e quindi con facilità si può
Yes.
si può premere un'immagine e uscirà tutti i propri contatti e nei propri contatti ci saranno tutte l'email, il numero di telefono, quindi uno shortcut facilmente accessibile e fruibile. Lo stesso vale per le mail. In una sola riga di testo ha quante email ha ancora da leggere e come mettere la cosa il più velocemente possibile. We really thank you for your time, and we really like the phone, so we really like to also see the dad of the design of the phone. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Per CellulareMagazine.it, Emilio Vignapiano.